Hi, welcome back to the channel. I'm Chris Curry and today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. I have with me a copy of Pocketful of Dough, the book by the man, the myth, the legend, none other than Christo himself, Emmy award-winning designer, founder and CEO of Blind and also The Future, a design education platform. As a creative professional, I know firsthand just how easy it is to get lost in all the online courses, social media content, videos, tutorials and opinions of others. It seems like there are a million things to do and not enough time to do everything. However, among all this noise, there are a few people who I genuinely do look to for support and guidance when it comes to design and education, and Christo just happens to be one of those individuals, which is why as soon as I heard about his new Kickstarter project Pocketful of Dough, I knew I had to jump straight onto the platform and make my first pledge. The pledge was $35 for the book and then $15 for shipping, and that kind of raises the question, is this book really worth the expensive price tag? And that's what we're going to be talking about today. Pocketful of Dough comprises over 2 decades of thoughts and reflections on education, entrepreneurship, creativity, philosophy and more. It's a collection of Chris's thoughts and all the lessons that he's learned throughout his life into one small book. The book itself is really small and that's great, you know, it does what it says, Pocketful of Dough. You can literally put this in your bag, probably not quite your pocket, but false advertising. What I get from this book is you can flick to any page and get value from it. So there are about 7 chapters in total: relationships, creativity, beliefs, pricing, sales and negotiation, marketing and mindset. What I love most about this book is the way it's been designed. So on the right hand side you have the message with the text, and then on the left hand side you have an illustration which just adds that little bit of extra context to each of the different themes on each page. And I think it's been beautifully designed. I absolutely love the design of this book. It feels like it has been built with the user in mind. People who don't have a lot of time to sit and read hours every day. And we're all guilty of that. You know, we all live in a world where we've got a lot to do. We're all busy. Sometimes reading is often the first thing to get cut off the list because we all acknowledge the importance of it, but we don't always have time to do it. So, you know, if you want to read a book and not have to sit down for hours and hours to finish that book, Pocketful of Dough is probably right for you. If you want to learn about design, if you want to learn about mindset, creativity, but do it in a really quick, concise way that kind of meets your busy lifestyle or the expectations of your busy lifestyle, then I'd highly recommend this book. It is absolutely a wonderful book and I take it with me everywhere. I know this probably seems like a bit of a cliche, but you know, I literally always have it in my bag, and the kind of idea of that is if I get a little bit of free time, I can flick to any page and I can literally learn something about something, not only just something, but something that I feel like is really relevant to me as a creative professional. But if you do want to go and buy it, there are a few things that you should know first. The main real thing to understand is you don't read this like a normal book. On page 139 is probably a good example of this. So the title itself is called How to Read, and I'm just going to read it for you now. Some read just to complete a checklist. Some read so that they can complete an assignment or boast to others that they read such and such book. How you read will largely determine what you get from what you read. Read with intention, not to remember but to understand. Read to teach. It will transform how you retain and what you're able to apply to your life. Even if you don't teach, pretend you do. Highlight sections you want to remember. Make notes about ideas that are important to you and why. How can you apply this? In what instances have you encountered this before? Draw diagrams and illustrations of what you have learned, insight you've gained and discoveries you've made. Reverse engineer conceptual frameworks. Test them to see if they work. Reduce what you can learn to its core components. Reading is not about speed. Reading is about absorption. And that perfectly illustrates it. You could read this whole book in a day. Easy. You could read this whole book in a couple of hours. However, do you get the most value from it? No. So what you have to do is go back and read each page, make notes, fully understand and learn the concepts. So for me personally, I had a 2-hour commute every day to and back from work. And that's a lot of time where I sat on a tram and I couldn't actually do anything. I was very limited with my options. So something I used to do is read Pocketful of Dough. Essentially what I would do is go to the beginning, look at the chapters, and I would find a title that particularly resonated with me in my current situation at the time. And then I would skip to that part of the book and I would just read about each of the different concepts. honestly, Chris Do's done a great job with this book. It's been beautifully designed, and you wouldn't expect anything less from such a remarkable individual. Would I recommend this book? Absolutely. I think it is excellent value, and for what you get, $35, you know, it is small, but then again, it's about cutting out all of that filler content and just focusing on the pure value within each of the different topics. And it's only one page, so you know that no matter what page you turn to, there's something you could learn. If you're a creative professional like me, then I just feel like this book, you've got to get it. So thanks for watching this book review. I hope it's been helpful. Let me know in the comments if you've read Pocketful of Dough. What do you think? Do you think this book is as good as I'm saying it is? I'd love to hear everyone's feedback. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and have a great day.